Good morning. I'm Lindsay Bridges from Charlotte Center for Mindfulness, and I'm glad to be practicing with you. This morning, I want to offer a reading from Pema Chodren, her book, Comfortable with Uncertainty. And she's really pointing to how this practice is about finding a way to be with ourselves as we are. Not so much about finding a way to fix me or change me or make me somehow better. There's this paradox in the heart of the practice that the more compassion, acceptance, and clearness we can bring to exactly how we are in this moment now, the more that is what actually opens the possibility for new growth to unfold. So in this sharing, she says, meditation practice isn't about trying to throw ourselves away or become something better. It's about befriending who we are already. The ground of practice is you or me or whoever we are right now, just as we are. That's what we come to know with tremendous curiosity and interest. So she goes on to talk about how this curiosity involves being gentle, precise, and open. Those are three very helpful qualities to practice with. And I'm going to suggest that for our practice today, we explore gentleness, precision, openness through a practice of noting. Noting is when we come into some home-based practice like the breath moving in, breath moving out. And we just give a very soft, gentle note, breathing. Then the mind wanders off, as it inevitably does, and we notice thinking. Uh, whatever very soft, non-judgmental label is available for you. That's the label to offer. That quality of bringing non-judgmentalness to the noting is key, is fundamental for how this practice is useful. If I'm not practicing with non-judgmental in my noting, and I decide I will be a good meditator by staying on my breath, and of course my mind wanders out, and I noted, thinking. Not only have I had the distraction of my mind has wandered out, but I've added another layer of distraction on top of it, anger, frustration, irritation, and I'm just getting lost in another layer of distraction. So this kind-hearted, gentle, compassionate noting is what actually keeps us focused, is what allows us to let go and come back. And just with this example of thinking, I like the way she says a little later in talking about how we note, how we use this practice of noting with noticing awareness. She says, labeling our thoughts during meditation practice is a powerful support that reconnects us with the fresh, open, unbiased dimension of our mind. When we become aware that we are thinking, we say to ourselves, thinking, with an unbiased attitude and tremendous gentleness. Then we return our focus to the breath. We regard the thoughts as bubbles and the labeling like touching them with a feather. And there's just this light touch, thinking, and they dissolve back into space. Even if you still feel anxious and tense when the thoughts go, simply allow that feeling to be there with the space around it. Just let it be. When thoughts come up again, see them for what they are. It's no big deal. You can loosen up and lighten up. A lot of teachers will share that it's no big deal, loosen up, lighten up. And in my own practice, there are times I can notice my thinking like a light bubble and a touch of the feather, and it dissolves. The other times it's deeply charged. There's a lot of hook, a lot of emotional undercurrent that makes that light touch very difficult. So notice when all it needs is that very light touch, and there's this possibility of simply letting it go. Notice when there's the hook, when there's the charge, when it's hard to let go. And what's it like to bring a non judgmental willingness to see to all of it that's just full of compassion and kindness? The last thing she says that I want to share: when we come to have this honesty, gentleness, and good heartedness combined with clarity about ourselves, there's no obstacle to feeling compassion for others as well. Bringing this practice to ourselves is what allows us to bring it to others in this world. So let's practice. Taking a moment to find whatever posture best supports your body. And if you need a gentle stretch, reaching high, releasing, letting go, let yourself do that. Settle back down into sitting. Take a moment to acknowledge this moment now, just as it is. Pay attention to the body, sitting in the chair, cushion, bench, wherever you are. Connection with gravity, the sounds around you. And if it's comfortable for you, begin to allow your awareness to acknowledge all that's here as it begins to settle down into the breath. The three qualities that Pema Chodren offered: gentleness, precision, and openness. What's it like to begin to intentionally invite those qualities to meeting this moment right now? What does gentle mean in the context of meeting your unfolding experience in this moment now? How can you find relevance for that word for this moment and you? Precise. You really allow an awake awareness. It's really curious, the kind of precision to what you're honing in on. And open. In our culture, we think of that honing in a sort of tight and constricted way. What's it like to have a precise awareness? It's both gentle and open. If just being with the breath and exploring these qualities is enough, simply stay right here. If your curiosity is supported by a noting practice, begin to explore this too. A very soft note. What's present in this moment? Remembering these three qualities for the noting itself as well: gentle, precise, open. Lovely practicing with you. These practices are freely offered, and if you would like to support our sharing of this work, please visit our website to the Support Us or Donate Here button, and any financial support is very appreciated, and just your presence is support of us sharing this practice as well. Sending you wishes for a lovely day.